Good evening, everyone. I am excited to share the second equity update for December 4th, 2023, which is on the Multicultural Student Achievement Network Student Conference. Tonight's agenda includes a brief overview of the partnership between the Sun Prairie Area School District and MSAN, an alignment to our strategic framework, MSAN conference theme, You Belong Here, a high-level impact statement, and high-level impact overview shared by Executive Director of MSAN, Latoya Holliday, and Vice President of the Sun Prairie Area School District School Board, and a student contribution from our MSAN student marketing team, the SET Marketing Academy, their roles and contributions, and a student representative will, through the video, share a little bit about their experiences, and I will wrap up with gratitude. Sun Prairie Area School District is proud to be in partnership with the Multicultural Student Achievement Network based out of UW-Madison. And we have benefited from our partnership and been a part of this collaborative work for multiple years. This work aligns to our equity strategic framework. In this image that I have shared on the screen that shows our strategic framework, and that it's comprised of 3 pillars. 1, culture of educational excellence. In the middle, culture of engagement and inclusion. And then to the far right, culture of operational excellence. And under the culture of educational excellence, we have 2 goals, one of which calls us to develop plans and strategies that ensure that students' experiences are rigorous and aligned to standards. The Multicultural Student Achievement Network Student Conference was an exceptional experience that included student goal setting, active participation in their learning, and multiple opportunities for students to demonstrate their own means of their learning and how that learning impacts their decision-making experiences. I will now turn this over to Latoya Holliday. Again, Latoya Holliday serves as the Executive Director of MSAN and also as the Vice President of our school board.
Hi, I'm Latoya Holliday, the very excited and proud Executive Director of MSAN, the Multicultural Student Achievement Network. Our conference theme this year was You Belong Here, and it was a really interesting and collaborative process that we undertook together, the planning team that consisted of students as well as the adults that were on the planning team. It was a collaborative process to come up and really land on this theme. When the adults initially convened this past summer and we started to talk about, and just think about, what are the most important things happening and impacting our students day to day in our schools. And we really started to hone in on this idea of community, of connectedness to school, belonging, and just really being able to feel a part of something. And so with that, we then, and our Sun Prairie adults that were part of our planning team, took some of those initial ideas back to our students, and students started to just unpack that and what it meant. And a couple of the students in the group actually then mentioned and brought up, hey, there's this mural at the Sheehan Park in Sun Prairie that's really all about belonging and all about community and connectedness and making sure individuals feel a part of our community. And so we then started to exchange photos and had some more conversations, and we finally landed on You Belong Here, which is actually part of the theme in Sheehan Park in Sun Prairie. We're really excited that we were able to invite Mygella Finol, who was the artist that led the production and the development of the mural. She was one of our keynote speakers and was able to really connect with and talk with our students and our conference participants about the theme and about the process of creating it and what it was supposed to evoke and make people feel when they see it. And so that was a really exciting part of the conference too. So the overall impact on students, we were really excited to invite during the conference and welcome 145 students and 47 chaperones, so about 200 folks here to Wisconsin, to Madison, representing 18 school districts from across the country: Wisconsin, Illinois, Michigan, Ohio, Virginia, North Carolina, Massachusetts, and New Jersey were all represented at the conference. It was fabulous to see all of the different young people and their chaperones from across the country here with us in Wisconsin. Some of the main goals or the things that we really tried to achieve with the conference, which I think we were successful at, is one, this was really an opportunity for students to meet one another and connect with high school students from across the country, talk about their experiences, talk about the things that are different, things that are the same, and just have an opportunity to come together and know that what's happening in their own local high schools in whatever state that they live in, students from across the country are experiencing similar things. And there's a community that can be built around supporting one another and sharing experiences. We also wanted to give students the opportunity to engage with our UW-Madison campus. MSAN is part of the UW-Madison. It's housed within the School of Education. We have a world-class university right in our backyard, and we wanted to give these student leaders, an opportunity to see this campus and hopefully add it to their list of prospective schools. Was also an opportunity just overall for students to engage, learn, and connect with speakers and panelists and presenters who are doing work with students, who are doing work in the community, who are connected to social justice causes, and who have something that they feel that they can impart to students. And so we really worked hard to bring in an array of students that people could see themselves in, they could connect with individual stories, and then they could really offer some advice and wisdom to students as they continue on their leadership journey. And really the culminating experience of this conference is the student action planning. All of the speakers and events and activities that we do over the course of the couple of days that the students are with us are really in preparation for this student action planning experience that happens on the third day, where they dig into data from their districts. They think about all of the things and ideas that they've heard about and thought about over the course of a couple of days. And they really hone in on one thing that they can do collectively as students to help improve the experiences of students of color in their school districts. And our hope then is that these action plans are started at the conference, but then they're carried forward and actually implemented once back at their respective school districts. And most of all, we want students to have fun when they come. And we do try to build in intentional time and experiences so students can just be kids, can just be high school students and have a whole lot of fun. Some of the things that we were able to glean from evaluations, we do send out a Google evaluation form after the conference, and we get a number of evaluations, obviously with some good critical feedback, things for us to think about in terms of improving for next year. But here, just wanted to share some of the highlights from some of the evaluation feedback that we got. Students saying that this was the best conference that they've attended, chaperones being thankful that students were able to be in a space where they felt that they belonged. Students feeling like this was a transformative experience, an experience that transformed them. So a lot of just really good feedback. Also, some other critical feedback that we'll take back with us to just help improve and make the experience better next year.
Hello, I'm Gabriel.
I'm Trapada.
And we are students from the SET Marketing Academy here at Sun Prairie East High School. In the SET Marketing Academy, students are allowed to work with real-world businesses and help them achieve goals or help them with deliverables that they gave to the students. Our team was able to work with MSAN and help them at their student conference.
Our duties during the MSAN conference consisted of helping the director, Ms. Latoya Holiday, to orchestrate the event by moving items around the hotels and organizing bags in which were handouts for essentially the students who attended the MSAN conference. We also took pictures during the event of students and speakers, and then we proceeded to post them on the social media page of the MSAN. We also made a final video for the 2023 MCN conference, recapping of all the events that happened during the conference, and we played it during the closing and farewells on the last day of the MCN conference.
Some of our experience from the conference was the fact that we managed the social media pages. Our Instagram page is at all lowercase msan.uw, no spaces. And our Facebook page is capital M, lowercase SAN, space, capital UW. Please go follow those to support MSAN. We developed editing skills when creating the video. We met with various speakers and we were able to have an insight into their life and their experiences. We connected with multiple students from around the nation and we made some good friends. We also were able to interact with a diverse environment, which was very beneficial.
And before I get into our experiences from the SET Academy, I do want to mention that Gabe and I, last year, we were a part of the Business Academy, and because of the opportunities that Business Academy gave us, we were really excited to come back for the SET Academy. And the opportunities that were given to us were real world scenarios. Instead of listening to teachers saying, in the real world, it's going to be like X, Y, and Z, we actually went to the real world and we actually got to experience what those scenarios had for us. We also, through those scenarios, we were able to gain knowledge through our experiences rather than textbooks in classrooms. And we also got to improve our soft skills, such as networking. We were able to go up to the speakers after they were done talking, and we were able to connect with them, and we were able to get their contact information to be able to work with them after the conference. We developed our problem solving and communication skills. When there were some tiffs in the group, we were able to resolve those tiffs in a professional manner rather than resorting to informal ways to basically resolve those tiffs. And we also worked with businesses, so we were exposed to a professional environment and we were exposed to professional expectations. So we were expected to communicate via email, we were expected to send out calendar invites, and we were practicing those for our future, which we want to pursue in business.
These business academies are really helpful, especially for the students that are looking to get into business as a career path. Getting the little look into what happens in the real world of business and how these things work is very beneficial, and it provides a lot of experience. It helps us understand this stuff more. It helps us network, because being able to work with these businesses lets them know that not only are we capable of doing the work, but they might want to work with us in the future. I've had that experience with the businesses that I've worked with from SET Academy and the previous business academy that I was in. Even just based on college, having these experiences and having the knowledge that I have now from these academies are going to greatly benefit me when it comes to the career path of business that I want to get into. And same goes for Shmada.
Yep, yeah. So I just wanted to thank Miss Latoya Holiday, Miss Connie Showalter, Mr. Coyne, and Miss Archie for being able to give these experiences to us.
Hello, my name is Quentin Maddox, and I was an attendee at the 2023 MSAN conference. The first question I was asked is, what did I learn? And the first thing I learned was we are more powerful together. And everybody has their weaknesses, everybody has their strengths, but when you're working as a team, you tackle each other's weaknesses and uplift each other's strengths. So the project that we were working on was really productive because we focused on how we can apply ourselves to the team, but also how can we uplift others to make this project work. And the second thing that I learned, I learned a lot of things, but strive to make connections. And you never know what people have to offer. You never know how their perspective can change you. And it's just so important to meet new types of people and learn a lot from them. And I have some key takeaways as well. My first one is be diligent with the systems around you. I know at the MSAN conference, we brainstormed projects that we could deploy in our schools to create a better environment, but also with places of work and the government. You really want to make sure that you know how they operate and know how you can make a positive change in them. My second key takeaway is finding your people. Just find your people. It's so important to be around people who accept you for who you are and uplift you in a lot of different ways, whether that's mentally, whether that's socially. Just find the people that you can grow with. And the last question I was asked was about my experience. So to sum it all up, it was a roller coaster. There were a lot of positive moments, there were a lot of down and emotional moments, but it was a great balance. And there were a lot of keynote speakers. So my second answer to my experience is that I got wiser and I have more knowledge going into the world and a better sense of what I'm going to do. Thank you.
As I close out this presentation, I want to extend gratitude to the school board, the superintendent and the assistant superintendents, and the rest of our district administration. MSAN, our planning team, Latoya Holliday, the MSAN executive director, Connie Showalter, the MSAN project manager, David Mitchell, Jacob Rogers, Annetta Wright, and Maria Archie, who are the sung and unsung heroes who were supporting our students along the way, the MSAN student and serving as MSAN student advisors, our school staff, and also Robin Rake, the administrative associate that works in the Department of Systemic Equity and Inclusion, who helped tremendously. I also want to yield and extend gratitude to the administration at both Sun Prairie East High School, Sun Prairie West High School, and Prairie Phoenix Academy, as well as the students from all three schools, Sun Prairie East High School, Sun Prairie West High School, and Prairie Phoenix Academy, who were, and the students at those schools who are a part of the MSAN program. All of the guest speakers and volunteers who helped make the conference a success, Dunkin' Donuts, Whole Phonics, and everyone else who contributed to making the conference a huge success. Thank you. This ends the equity update on the Multicultural Student Achievement Network Student Conference for 2023.